Okay, just up the second last ramp, the killer ramp of Woodland Way. Got a little flat section here, a little clunk, and if I don't screw the chain up with the load of the motor, I've been coming up on level 4 and with a fairly high cadence rate. Been easily doing the 11.8 amps, so pretty much a 12 amp max for my level 4, and now so we got 43 volts, and there we are. I'm as low as it goes now. Not out to break any records today. It's well over 30 degrees. And get out of here. I'm in level 5 now. Level 5, 1-to-1. Neither me or the bike are liking it much, as you can hear. I'm going to shut up now. Cadence 72. Vomit territory again. Oh. And it flattens out. Oh. Controls up to 88. That's Celsius, 88 degrees Celsius. God knows what my core temperature is doing, apart from not liking me very much. And the recording hasn't got much battery in it, so I'll just wrap it on until it dies. So voltage 43.9, current now 8.5. Input power, now we're slowed, eased off a bit, 388 watts. But that's the worst of it. I was hoping it'd be easier with the 4242 than it was. In fairness, nearly everything else but the hub drive when I've come up here. So that's the Bosch Aventura, Aventura whatever, and the Merida E160 and the Talon, giant Talon. I was coming up at night time where it's a lot cooler, Anyway, now we're flattened out and we're spinning freely, up a few gears. Well, cadence is now up to around the 90 mark. Temperature is 88. I'm not sure it's going to get any warmer than that, because I'm about to come to a downhill section. But 88 is the warmest I've had this motor. It's already arguing between whether it wants to be 87 or 88. 88.3. Let's see if that's where it maxes at. It's immediately down to 87.5. Pull my clutch in, work my gears a bit. 87.1, 87.0. .7, 83.7, 83.1, 82.9. Certainly from those really high temperatures, it cools mega quick, because there's a lot of difference between 87 degrees or 88 degrees and 33 degrees, which we're probably only about 28 now up here. I'll get all that and put it in the notes. And we're still recording a little while longer. I'll hang up here and I'll get Woods Hill Road. Okay, well, I've gone up to level 5, straight into climb to Woodland Way, just because it's hot, I'm tired, and the voltage is low, and I can. And get to the test arrow. There we go. So, cadence is 80 for what that's worth. Coming up to the worst bit of it. Down to control the temperatures back up to 82. Don't know what it got down to. Probably only until about 78 or so. And that's still 10 degrees cooler than it was at its peak at the top of Woodland Way. And now it's at 85. We've got some beautiful shade. And 86. So level 5 and down to 42, 43 volts. I'm getting 10 amps of help. So it reckons the wattage is 440, 430. See if I can lift my cadence and pick it up. No, it doesn't make any difference. So there you go, guys. Doing the crazy shit so you don't have to. As I said, I have the temperatures, the ambient temperatures up in the explainer and on the Discord page for GMO2. And it's not going to get any worse than that. 43 volts down to 9 amps. You can hear the run on, just coast pedaling now. So I think that still needs to be fixed, but it was kind of nice then. But I prefer to be switching to mode 2 to get that kind of ghost pedaling run on rather, and for mode 1 to be purely torque based, where every ounce, every kilo, every gram, every whatever of pressure that goes onto the pedal is amplified by a specified rate, and as soon as you stop, nothing. But tell you what, I'm going to enjoy a bit of ghost pedaling now too. Here we go. That breeze is lovely. And the kids won't be hugging me when I get home, I'll tell you that for free. Get home after a hot ride, especially as soon as I stop and the air movement stops, I just turn into a sheet of sweat. Yeah, it's only about 33% humidity here in South Australia when I'm doing this. We're the driest state in the driest continent, and we've got north winds which are coming straight off the desert, northwesterlies. So the winds didn't hold me back at all going up that hill. They're coming from the right direction. But being so dry means that while you're doing the hard work, as long as you've got airflow, it's not so bad. The sweat really does cool you down. But as soon as you stop, as soon as you stop, it just turns to sheets. I was going to go through the Big Dippers, but I'm going to go the pretty way. Which means there'll be a shitload of overexposure for the camera. First time I felt the marathon buses slide out a bit then on the loose gravel. Nothing to do with the rubber composition, that's for sure. Everything to do with line choice. Now another change I've made since I put the 1142 cluster on the back. I ditched the 52 chain ring because with these 700C 28, 29 inch, whatever you want to call them, wheels, and the 48 millimeter, whatever, 48 Marathon Pluses. The big wheels make up the speed, and I very rarely needed 52 in the end, especially as I've learnt to pedal at a higher cadence, which is quite a revelation for me. And so, yeah, if you've got a 700, 27.5, 28, 29 inch wheel, I think you're pretty much kidding yourself that you need a 52 ring. And 42 is plenty as long as you've got 11 at the back, because when it gets to 50, 55 kilometers an hour for me anyway, I'm not going to do over 100 cadence, and I like sitting up when I'm pedaling. I can't lean over, it makes me feel ill. So the only way I can lean over and get streamlined is to just crouch in, hang low on the bars, lay myself as flat on the bike as I can, and roll. And I can get up to 64 on 6 to 8% slopes. On that, 63 anyway, over 60. Let's just say I can get over 60. And you know what? If I hit the ground at over 60, or even over 50 for that, I'm not going to be a happy camper. So 60 is plenty fast enough for these old bones. And coming up to the end of the climbing, full stop to my virtual downward run. So we've got 42.2 left in the battery. So I left with the last half of a battery, quite literally. 48 volts by one reader and 47.5 by the controller. So maybe I could have done Woodland Way a little bit easier with an extra 4 or 5 volts in the quiver. So that's it downhill. Just scroll through to temperature, keep the consumption. Controller 82.4, 82.1, 82.5, 80.9, 80. Man, these motors cool. I've never had it on the Bosch or the steps or the core. I didn't know what temperatures those motors were running at. But going up about it, I don't know, 200 or 300 metres of, I'm going to say 500 metres of 20 to 23% slope. The motor didn't get up to 90. I made a red hot go of it, but it didn't. And that was with the sun on our back, so westerly sun. We were going east. Our bike was on a steep hill. Westerly afternoon sun. We were copping it. It's not going to get any hotter. And so, yet again, as long as I'm keeping this motor maxing at 15 amps, it looks like it's prepared to take quite a beating.